Hello guys, my name is Joshua Sidin.
And what did you do on the weekend? BCS Melbourne, right?
Yes. So for BCS, I placed 14th in Swiss and came 22nd in Top Cut.
Yes, that's good. That's good. What did you play?
I played Varga.
Yes. Your favorite?
My favorite deck.
Your favorite deck.
Yes.
All right, show us the deck, man.
So we have the usual ride line.
Oh.
So this is let's start with the ride line.
Yep.
I used my favorite ride line.
Undux.
I use actually.
So, did you say Undux?
Yes. Yeah, Undux.
It's Under.
Sorry, my bad. But yeah, so I'm a grade 0 from the Overlord ride line. And for my grade 1, I use the Virgila ride line. I actually really love this ride line because it saves you a card in hand. And you can apply pressures on your grade 1 turn.
Yeah, it gets what? 2k for every regard?
Yes.
Yes. It gets pretty big.
It gets very big.
All right, keep going.
So we have the standard Boulder Axe.
Yep.
And Varga, of course.
Yeah, okay. The SR, the very nice SR right there. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
The generator
Yes.
as well.
Beautiful. All right.
Yes.
What's next?
So obviously I run 4 copies of Varga.
Yep.
For the Persona.
Oh, SRs as well.
Ooh. I run 4 Farhats.
Yep.
I run 4 Farhats in my deck. Most people run usually 3 because of the energy blasting. But I find running 3 a bit too risky because in most cases during my matches at BCS, Farhat has actually saved me quite a bit, especially regaining Rokusei, Impale, and even just using it as a beater as well.
Did you run into any energy problems during the day?
No, I did not.
He knows his deck well.
Yes.
All right, what's next?
I also forgot to mention, with running for Farhat, you have to manage your CB and EB very well as well. Moving on, I run 4 copies of Impale. Very consistent card in the deck. It's probably one of my favorite cards actually, because it's when you ride into Varga, it becomes a 13k boost, and it synergizes well with Shura, and of course the Vanguard. And you Soul Blast to draw, but it's not mandatory.
I thought it was a 15k boost. 15k boost?
15k boost of Varga.
Yeah.
Especially quite a freaking asset.
Yeah.
13K.
Yeah. Makes good numbers.
Yes. So now I only run 2 Twin Pulse, the new card for Varga. The reason why, because it's the second skill is grade locked, and the only time I use Twin Pulse is when I actually need to search my pieces out, and for the shuffle, of course. Apart from that, I think running 3 is not optimal because you're using so much energy, especially when you have Shura as well.
So you're cutting the twin pulsive that people usually play at 3 for the extra Farhat? Yeah.
Yes. The next unit, I run 4 Shura, obviously.
Yep, the Shura.
The Shura. This is your main beater in the deck. Very powerful. The first skill is also not grade locked, so you can rush since grade 2.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Next, we have the infamous Rokusei. So, Rokusei, very annoying card to go against.
Yes, very annoying card.
It's pretty much what makes Varga quite scary. You lose your intercepts, and it's a very good boost as well, AK boost, and you get to draw a card as well from Rokusei.
Yeah. Replaces himself as a dude.
Yes. I run 4 Boulder Axes.
Yep. Including the red line?
Yes, including red line. It's a very, like I said, it's a very good beater as well. Puts pressure, especially for your early game as well. you can retire and draw as well.
What's next?
What's next? Most people run mid hats in Varga, but I prefer the Berniers. I run 3 copies of Berniers because it synergizes well with Shura, Boulder X, and Twin Pulse. Because with mid hat, you have to wait for the Vanguard to restand in order to proc the ability. Bernier, you can immediately proc after, let's say, Boulder X retires itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does the same thing, but the timing can be different.
Yeah, because you can choose not to boost to the Sure and then call it to the Sure column after, call it behind, or call the Sure to the Benara column afterwards, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 33.
33. So another thing is I run the Radiance Caliber.
Yes.
This I feel like is a mandatory Regalias piece for the deck because it's hard if you don't have CV to play with this deck. And you also need Soul for Impale as well when you need that extra draw.
Did you use it more for CC, or did you use it for draw? Mainly on the weekend?
So on the weekend, I actually mostly used for draw, surprisingly, because most of my opponents like to aggro early game.
Yeah. It feels like it's a very Australian thing to do to bash someone.
Yes. Another order I run is 2 Defensing Roars.
Yes. I love this card.
This card is very good in Varga because Varga, you commit a lot on your board, and most of the time, like, yes, you draw a lot, but it can end up being a fake hand. So let's say if I draw into trigger, I can save an extra card in hand and discard this instead.
Okay.
It's a very good defensive shield. So I actually run 4 PGs.
Just straight up 4 PGs?
Straight up effect PGs. I don't run Sank in this deck.
Was there a reason why?
Yes, because it clashes with Defensing Roar.
Yep.
And B, I feel like with Sanctitude, it's a guaranteed rip 1 card out. So let's say you have 3 cards left in hand. You have a normal PG, Sanctitude, and 1 other card. Let's say your opponent forces your PG, right?
Yep.
And you have Sank left. You cannot play that PG because it forces you to discard 1 card regardless, unless you're versing a stride deck.
Yeah,
that's a different case. But there are cases where it does happen, and it becomes a dead card in your deck, in your hand. Sorry.
Yeah.
For my triggers, I run blue OT. Most people I've seen actually run purple OT. It works, but I feel like blue is optimal because it makes Varga, the Vanguard, quite lethal. Especially when it's already somewhat of a big number on your persona turn. You can put the crit on the Vanguard and 100 mil to your rear guard.
There's no reason not to put the crit on your Vanguard, especially if you're restanding twice.
Yes, and you can fetch any card you want as well, which is quite good for Varga, especially.
Alright, how many crits do you run? That's a question.
So, when it comes to crits, I run 8 crits.
Alright.
The reason why I run 8 crits is because I feel like you want to be as lethal as possible and basically put pressure on your opponent regardless.
Yeah.
So when you do drive check, it's like your chances of hitting a crit is quite high as well. And yeah, it makes your rear guards your Vanguard and your other units quite scary as well.
Yeah, especially like you swing first check, crit, okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, basically getting that Varga guarded every single time.
You basically luck sec them to high heavens.
Alright. Are you a front guy or a draw guy?
So, quite controversial, but I like to run fronts over draws.
All right, what's the
in
reason?
base Varga. Because my reasoning, right, for fronts, it becomes when your Vanguard swings, and you have, let's say, Shura in front, like 2 Shuras or something, or even Vanguard and a Shura, right? It makes that turn quite explosive. So instead, let's say like Varga's only 23, right? That's like a 1 card for 1 to pass. It rips. It essentially makes your Vanguard your opponent. It's asking your opponent to rip 2 cards instead of 1.
With no think trigger.
Yes, and it makes Shura also quite lethal as well.
Can fetch you that extra 4th damage for
Yes.
the Divine, right?
Yes.
Did that come up?
Yes. Also for my front, it's also good shield as well when you draw into it. And it has saved me quite a bit.
30k with defensive roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has saved me quite a bit as well.
All right.
Yep.
What else left? Is this heals,
just
right?
4 heals. If you don't run 4 heals, I don't know, man. This is mandatory in almost every deck.
All right.
Yes.
The big questions now. Was there any matchups that you had trouble with during the day?
Not really. For the months of training from my friends, I'm actually quite confident in my matchup. I did lose one to Learnon. And shout out to Nicholas for luck-sucking me to high heavens. That guy, man. I hope you went to Crown on that day, dude. But yeah, apart from that, I'm pretty confident in my matches. And I'm actually quite fortunate to not run into any dojis.
Oh, you dodged Doji the entire
I
day?
dodged dojis the entire day. Even though I practiced against doji like a crap ton.
Yeah, we were
Yes.
expecting more Dojis on the day.
Yeah. I saw a lot of Blackmires. I saw a lot of Learnons. I saw a lot of Vargas, mirror matches. But yeah, I actually didn't end up versing any Varga or Dojis that day.
Okay.
Yes.
No Varga, no Doji. Then what was the most common deck you saw during the day?
Common deck was Learnon. What's really rare is I versed Zorga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nadir?
Huh?
Zorga
Nadir,
Nadir, yeah.
Yes. Very scary numbers, big power. Managed to guard thanks to my defensing roar and my front triggers.
Yeah.
Yes. I versed Michu and I versed Derek Dow. Derek Dow was playing Michu. Michu very scary. I'm aware of the deck, but I'm just very fortunate enough that he didn't get to activate like the explosive power of Michu.
Yeah, the full turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy. I'm quite fortunate.
No, you did a good job, man.
Yes. But I did also get lucky because I actually got over trigger. I got OT'd in my first grade 3 turn.
Ah, yes.
So it did shift the tide towards me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Any shout-outs you want to make to anyone?
Yes, shout out to all my friends that actually did help me practice through. Shout out to you, Ayrton. Shout out to Nicholas as well. Yeah. And I'd like to actually shout out to Derek Dow. Thanks for the amazing game. And yeah, thanks for the opportunity to meet you.
That's good.
Yes.
Congratulations on your tops there. And you got the crest to match the deck?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yes.